Hello, good morning. If you are between the ages of 7 and 18, then there's something in this life for you, and it's about experiencing the joy of maths. We're going to be clapping, we're going to be moving, and we're going to be, yes, I know, really, we're going to be clapping and moving. Who knew that that could be maths? And if you have any young children under the age of 7, that's fine, they can clap and move with you. And then at 10 o'clock, bring them back, and I've got something where I'll be talking specially to them. Now, if you're older and you think, well, that's a bit young for me, if you could stay with us, help the young ones, or play with the young ones, you never know, you might learn something and you'll help them. And then in about 9:15, we'll be doing something specially for you. Okay, so clapping and I'm looking for my life. There we go. Right, so clapping, here we go. Now, if any of you have difficulty with your times tables, if there's any times tables that you don't know, then doing this a little bit every day will really help you. And so what we're going to do is get together everyone that you can in your home. If you can, if there's just you, then you and I will do this. If you've got other people, go and get them. Go and get them now. That'd be great. If there's 2 of you, great. And if there's only 1 of you, and if you're an adult watching this, then get your learners later on and do it on the replay. But if you're doing this on the replay, pause and go and get some other people to do this with, because it's much more fun with other people. As I say, do this every day, and it will just a little bit every day. You great. A little bit every day, and let's see what we're going to do. You ready? Now, what we're going to do is we're looking for rhythms, we're looking for beats, we're looking for when the sound is loud and when the sound is soft. We're going to start with, we're going to go up to 30, but we're not going to count 30. I'm going to get moving. I'm going to move myself, make sure I can see what you can see. There we go. And start it simple, right? Best way to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. That's for Littleys, right? Yes, it is. But it gets harder. We're just going to go now in 3s. So whichever number works for you, that's the one that you do every day. Whichever number you're working on, that's the one you do every day. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can move your feet. 6, 18, 21, 24. Oh, what did I do? I stopped doing the numbers in between. So let's do that. I got to 30. Did you get to 30? I was moving my feet. I was using my feet to do the counting. Now, let's kind of make a little leap. I'm going to do this more slowly. I'm going to go to 5. So we're going to count in my head. I'm going to do the rhythm. I'm going to move my feet. What's a good rhythm for 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. I'm kind of doing a square. 1, 2. I'm doing back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So find one that works for you. 2, 4. I don't know if I'm going to be able to clap and move my feet at the same time. We'll see what happens. Ready? Now 1 is not a multiple of 5. So here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and so on. Now, clearly, I need to practice that too. So you choose that. I'm going to now make one that's I'm going to go up to. Oh, I'm going to get my workout this morning. Ready? We're going to go for the 7 times table. You ready? I'm just going to move feet just side to side like this, and then it'll be alternating sides. Okay. 7, 14, 21, 28. I don't know if I got that right. 30, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56. Ooh. 63. That's to 10. We'll go to 10. Oh no, that's not to 10. 70 to 10. 77. 84 to 12. Why not? Okay, so make yourself a dance and do that. That's something you can do on your own. That's something you can all do. That's something you can do together. The older learners or the grown-ups can do that with the younger learners, and just really make something joyful out of getting familiar with your times tables. Now, it's more than this. There's more. There's more than that. What we're now going to do, and I can't do this on my own, I need you. So get your hands together. And what we're going to do is going to alternate. We're not going to alternate. You're going to count in, you decide. You can count in 2s, you can count in 3s, 4s, 5s, you can count in 10s if you want. You choose what you're going to count in, and then once you get good at counting in that one, then move on to the next one. So find another one. So you're always looking to stretch just a little bit, so that you're always improving, that you're always getting better, and that you're building on that getting better is based on building on solid foundation, something really where you really get what you've got so far, and then you can move on to the next level. And then that next level can be a bit wobbly, and that's okay until that becomes solid, and then move on to the next level where that could be a bit wobbly and then it becomes solid. Now, so what we're looking for here is multiples. We're looking for common multiples. So I'm going to have to do this on my own because there's nobody else here. See if you can come along with me. I'm going to go, I'm going to choose multiples of 3. Now, what are you choosing? Whatever multiple you decide to choose, so you're going to maybe go, I went with 3 then. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You could go with 2s. You can start with 2s to keep it simple. Or you could go with 5s. You can go with whatever you want to go with. But I want you to, first of all, let's think about, if I'm going with 3s, whatever number you've chosen, when are we going to clap together? How often are we going to clap together? Think about it first. I'm going with 3s. The number you've chosen, think about when we're going to clap together. Okay, let's do it. You ready? Okay. I'm going 2, 4, 6. No, I'm doing 2s. Stop. I'm supposed to be doing 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 20, 30, 33, 36. I'll stop there. What number did you choose? When did we clap at the same time? Sorry, my clapping was a bit hesitant. This is very clear that I'm not the only one. I am not the only grown up that doesn't know their times tables. Also, I have my brain and my body don't work too well together. So learning to dance for me is really difficult. Some people see a movement and they can do it. Me, I have to train and train and train and train and train until my body will do what my brain is asking it to do. So that affects what I'm doing with the clapping, because it's body, mind and body coordinating simultaneously. And that you might have that as well. You might have something like that as well. And it's okay. You just, the more practice you get, the better you'll get at it. It's as simple as that. And I had difficulties with maths when I was a child. And you know what? I became an electronic engineer. And believe you me, you need maths to become an electronic engineer. I went to university, did all that crazy maths that they needed me to do. I did struggle with some of it. Some of it I never was very good at. But I did it and I got my degree. So you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So, and I really wish I'd had this sort of activity. If somebody had thought, if I'd have thought, it doesn't have to be somebody else, I could have thought about it. So if you are struggling with something, then it's really great if you can think about and find yourself a solution, or talk with the people, your other people your age, or your siblings, or the grown-ups that you live with. Talk with people to find a solution, work together to find a solution to a problem that you are struggling with, because there is always a solution. There's more than one. There's more than one way. So that's for me, because if I'm talking to people that might be struggling, but if you're not struggling, you're just learning and you're at that level where you're just on your next level, this will help accelerate you. This will help bring you up to the next level and move you on more quickly. Now, so that's, let me see. So right, so I'm going to go back one step and I'm going to say specifically, I want you to count. Now I'm going to ask you to count. I'm going to ask you to count in threes and I'm going to count in twos. I'm going to make it super simple. If I'm counting in twos and you're counting in threes, we're going to go up to, we'll go up to 36 again. You're going to count in threes. Are you ready? Don't do it on your own. If you don't want to, do it with other people. Or if you're on your own, then just do it. So I'm going to count in twos. What numbers are we both going to be clapping on? You're counting in threes. I'm counting in twos. What do you think? Go through your threes. Just count up in threes. Work out which numbers we're going to clap at the same time on. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. I'm going to stand up for this. I'm going to get moving around. Ready? Okay. Now I'm going to move side to side. You can do whichever one you want. You ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. Which ones did we coincide on? Which ones did we clap at the same time? You can also call it beats. It's in sound, it's called beats. When the volume is maxed out for lots of different sounds, it comes out in beats. Okay, so what you can do is do this for all different times tables that you want to learn and get the rhythm and get the, if you can do it with other people, that's magnificent. Rope your grown-ups in, get them to do it with you so that you can really hear and get the multiples. Those multiples are so important. It's finding where the numbers coincide to give you everyone clapping at the same time. So now let's go with multiples of, yeah, well, you decide. We're all going to decide. Everyone decide for themselves. I'm not going to tell you what I've decided. I'm just going to do it. And whatever you choose, one that you can do now. But then what I want you to do is, let's say sevens. I did sevens earlier. I did it because it's a challenge for me and you could see that it was a challenge for me. So what I want you to do is pick the one that's a challenge for you and do that every day until, let's say for me, I can say, I can do skip counting in sevens. I can do my rhythm counting, my skip counting in 7s, and then I'll do my skip counting in 8s. And that way it'll really help me out, because I had a revelation while I was doing it. I don't know if you noticed, I stopped. So I think it was 49. And then I realized, I've got the connection from 49 to 56. So 7 8s, it kind of something clicked in my head that I then realized, and I am doing that, by the way, when I'm skip counting, I am thinking, okay, where am I? Is this 7 7s? Is it 7 8s? I'm making that connection while I'm doing it, which is helping me learn my times tables. Okay, let's do it. I've decided what I'm doing. What are you going to do? What are you going to skip count? So that you're not going to say it out loud. You're just going to count on the clap on the number of the times table. You ready? What are you going to do? You're going to do 2s? You're going to do 3s? Who's doing 3s? Who's doing 4s? Anybody doing 5s? Anybody doing 6s? What about 7s? Anybody doing 8s? Anybody doing 9s? 10s? You can do 10s. You can do, we're going up to 36. Are we going up to 36? We're going to go up to 30. So first of all, if there's anybody else with you, what are you doing, and where are yours going to do the beat? You ready? I'm going to do, I know what I'm going to do. You ready? I'm going to do 4s. So where is yours going to coincide with mine? When are we going to have the loud noise? When yours and mine coincide. You ready? Where are we going to find the multiples, the common multiples of your count and mine? Ready? 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. I said I'd go to 30. I lied. 36, 40, 44, 48. I don't think I'm very good at rhythm, am I? I think I'm counting to 5. I think I'm going to stomp my feet. Let's do that again. I think I messed up that rhythm. I really need that rhythm keeper for me. So I'm going to stomp my feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, right. 1, 2, ready, steady, and 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, and stop. I went way high up with that, but I wanted to go high up in case you were doing a bigger number. Okay, right, that's primaries. Do that. Just do your skip counting, choose your numbers, do a little bit every day. You don't have to do it till you're tired. Do it and enjoy it, and do a little bit every day and get your times tables that way. Now, lower secondary. So if you're between the age of 11 and 14, if you don't have all the times tables, like I don't, and I'm going to do, it's mainly my 6, 7, and 8, but I can see that it'll actually do me good just to do this rhythm counting, because just coordinating brain to body for me is a useful thing to do, to keep that coordination, to gain that coordination, which I've never had. So to improve my coordination, improve my ability to do that. All these activities, by the way, given to me. They're given to me by a lovely lady who, not given to me, they're given to the world by a lovely, they're given to you by a lovely lady that that is just knows so much about how to learn maths, how to understand maths. So she comes up with these wonderful ideas. So this is fairly new to me. I learned about it. I've known about it for a little while, but I think today's the first time that I really thought, I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to do this on a regular basis. And I think it's really going to help me learn my 6, 7, and 8 times tables and get better with all my rhythm and the body and things. So the point is that if you are 11 to 15, it will help you as well, unless you've just got it all, in which case that's fine. In which case we've got another challenge for you here. So what we're going to do is we're going to work out multiples. Now, this one out. So we're going to work out multiples, and we're going to do it with, now in the resource, actually, let me just get that, because I just realized I haven't put it on. I put it on last night, but I haven't put it on this morning. It's going to, if you look at last night's live, you will see the resource. I did, in the last night's live, I did give you the instructions, but doesn't mean to say that you saw that. And all that you need is, I've got all these different circles. So all you need to do is draw a circle, which I'm going to do now. Now, unfortunately, my visualizer is not working. So I'm going to have to do this up on the screen like this. But can you see, we've got a circle here with 5 dots. We've got a circle here with 6. That one's got 7. That one's also got 7. That one's got 8. And it's not the end of the world if you don't make them exactly right. It'll look better if you do. And then we're going up all the way to, how many have we got there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We've got a circle with 12 dots. So we're going to find out what happens, and I'm going to have to do it. I know what I can do. I can get my trusty board out. So we're looking for multiples. Trusty board, away. Come here, trusty board. I'm going to turn this round. My visualizer is working, but not when I'm doing this. I have tested it. It does work, but it doesn't all work together, so I can't use it to show you this. I have to turn my computer around. The good thing today, we don't have, let's just block that off. See? Yeah. And maybe give us some extra light. Blinded by the light. Blinded by the light. It's wonderful to have sun. Excuse me. Oh dear. Excuse me. Oh, got the sun in my. The sun made me sneeze. Right. Now. Okay. So we're going to draw a circle. Can you see what I can see? Yes. Start with a circle. I'm going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots. Now, we're going to count. We're going to, starting at 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. If it's reversed for you, I'm sorry, it's because I'm using the other camera. I don't know if it is or isn't. I can't even, oh yeah, that is the right way of writing 4. Okay. So we're going to start with 0 and we're going to skip. I mean, we can skip, we don't skip at all. We can just count along. What shape are we going to make if we count with this particular? Let's see. Give us the light, but not a reflection. That would be good. Okay. There you go. So if we don't skip, what shape are we going to make with 5 dots? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh dear, 5. Might be easier if I bring it round and actually hold it, because it's not easy doing it this way. So we make a pentagon because we're joining every dot. So we make a pentagon. Right, let me just bring it round here, face it this way. Take you out because you're not working. So if I hold it closer to me, then it might be easier for me to draw better for you. Okay, so we're going to do that again, but instead of counting 1, you see what I mean about my coordination? 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to skip. We're going to skip count. Let's make that a circle and get rid of that. We're going to skip count. We're going to go that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to 0. So that's 5 dots labeled 0, 2, 4. Ready? I'm going to skip count starting at 0. I'm going to skip every other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if we continue, we'll just be repeating the same pattern. So what we've done is we've gone 0. Now we're going to record it 0, 2, 4, 1, 3, and then back to 0. So that's the pattern that we followed. Actually, we'll put a dash there. We won't put a comma, we'll put a dash. 1, 0 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 1, 1 to 3, and 3 to 0. So ask you, what is the rule? What is the rule that we followed? The rule was join every second dot in multiples of 2 as we go around the clock. We're going clockwise. We're going that way. Does it matter if we go the other way? We'll be going backwards in numbers. The convention is the numbers increase as you go clockwise. So let's just keep that convention, and then we're all doing the same thing that way. That's the reason for doing convention. So we're all doing the same thing. Right, now, what if we used a different number of dots? This is lovely. This is a lovely shape. Oh yes, and what shape is the shape in the middle? And how, in what way is it the same, and in what way is it different to that shape we made? Let me just draw it. That first shape that we made when we joined all of them. In what way is it the same, and in what way is it different to that initial shape that we drew? So looking at all little things like that, they're all, and then you can do things like that, and then color them in, make it interesting for you. That's the most important thing. Make it interesting for you. Now, let's go for. We're going to now go. So you just explore. You can do all different dots. You saw that sheet. That sheet has circles with all different amounts of dots. So 1, 2. Now, if we're going to do 8, we've got to have 3, 1, not 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. So there we got 8. Let's do the same again. This time 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's going to happen if we count in 2s? You can do all different, you can experiment in as many ways as you like. We're going to do 2s now, and then you can experiment afterwards. 2, 4, 6. Oh, right. Well, that's interesting. When we had 5 dots, it kept going on for longer, but with 8 dots, what shape have we got? And yes, it is a square, by the way. If this was a proper circle, that would be a square. It's not anything other than a square. It's just a tilted square is all it is. It is a square and it's a tilted square. So then we can record that 0, 2, 4, 6, and 0. Record that, and you can just keep a record. So that's for 8 dots. And keep a record of all the different things. This is in 2s. Keep a nice record of all the different things you've done, and then you can take pictures. You've got your mobile, your cell phone or something. Take pictures, record it all, and send us copies of what you're doing and your ideas and what things you've discovered. And now there's resources you can use as well. You can actually make yourself a little box with nails on it and things to use a piece of string, but I wanted to do this way so that you can do this at home, and that you don't think you need to have other resources in order to be able to do it. So play with that and find the multiples, and that's just a different way of doing it. And like the multiples of 2, it'd be great to test that with all different amounts, 5, 6, 7, or if you want to do it with 3, just test it, do whatever you want to do, and explore and discover the number facts, really. Now, if you have 5 people or more at home, we really want to do 5 or more. If you have 5 people, or when you get back to school, when you can do it, we can do some people maths. We can do the same thing, but with people. So instead of these being dots, you can have a piece of string. These can be people. So you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, and you pass the string and do the same thing, pass it on. And what happens if you pass it on to every third person? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, that's interesting. That was interesting. Okay, see what I mean? And then if you can have 8 people, even better, and you can just do all those experiments and then take pictures, of course, and record. Have somebody, even better if you can have an extra person to take pictures and record. And if not, you have to remember and do it. So always, what's the rule? Is it the 2 times table? Is it multiples of 2? What shape have you made? And use the 8 points if you can, but you do it on paper if you don't have the people, of course. And then talk about it. Get everyone to explain to everyone else what you discovered. Where were the multiples? Where were the common multiples? Why did it happen? And what has it shown you? Anything you could go with 12? And then you've got a similarity with a clock, and you can have a look and see the things you can learn about clocks. So one thing I don't have here, that is lower primary. And then what I didn't have here is, that was a lower secondary, sorry. What I have, sorry, I'm just going to look for the upper secondary. Oh, I was going to get that link for you. That's what I was going to do. Let's get the link for you. And that's right. I'm just going to be right with you for upper secondary. I'll have an activity for you in just a minute. It'll be mostly just saying, go off and do this, and it'll be something that'll help you. But just have to get the link. I'll be right with you. That's the link from yesterday. Here we go. Oh, Leo. Hello, Leo. Are you doing, oh, but what we're doing, are you going to do circles and join the dots, Leo? Are you doing that? That's cool, if you're doing circles and joining the dots. Right, here we go. Now I'm going to put that link on for you, right here, under the live, over here. All right, we've got lots of lovely numbers from my grandson. That's what we've got there. That's brilliant. And I'm going to be doing stuff with him in a minute. And what have we got? Yes, I've got to go there and then get the activity. Here we go. Found it. So for upper secondary, what we're going to do is, I'll be right with you. Right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put a link on we're looking for factors and multiples. So you're going, either you have to draw out or print out a 100 grid, and it's a game. So what you're going to do, and this is going to help, it's factors and multiples game, and younger ones can play this game as well. Maybe you can just use, but this is still extremely useful for upper secondary. It's actually good for the whole of secondary. Will work. This is our activity for upper secondary. And so basically the first player chooses a positive even number that's less than 50, crosses it out on the 100 square grid, and the second player chooses a number to cross out. The number must be a factor or a multiple of the first number. And you continue to take it in turns to cross out numbers until the person is unable to cross out a number. So that's just a challenge, a bit like tic-tac-toe, but with 100 numbers and with lots to choose from. So you can do it on your own, you can do it as a class competition, or you can do, if you've got 2 of you, you can do it over the phone with your friends. You can, and it's just it's a really useful game to have, sort of play with numbers and just get really familiar with factors. And you know, when you have to do all those prime numbers and you have to like square numbers and work with larger numbers, and it helps you with your agility when you're doing algebra and just all those problems that you get given. The way you have to, it really helps to know your number facts, and this will help you know your number facts up to 100. So if you can just look at a number and know the number facts about that number, that will just really help make your, and I'm talking about tests here, this is actually going to help you with tests, but it's going to help you with tests because you've got a much better understanding and much richer knowledge about each number and all the numbers and how they work together. That's really super important. I'm going to put that in as a separate link for upper secondary. And that's the end of today's live. So I'm just going to put that, this is for, hello Leo. Wow, that's lots of zeros. Fantastic. All right, I could see him today. I couldn't see him yesterday. Now let's see who else has been on here. Casper, hi Casper. Chris, Andrew Davis, my brother. Hello, I don't know how to read your Russian name, but thank you for joining us. Good morning, Casper. I got a thumbs up from Casper. Meda, hi. Pee-wee's on as well. Hi, Pee-wee. Good morning. Russell, Monica, Helen, hi Helen, Alan, Hussein, oh my goodness, Husik. Hello, Husik. Tabissa. Kathy, hi Kathy, and hi Eddie. Oh my goodness, buenos dias, Kathy. So thank you for joining. If you like what you see, please do share the group with your on your Facebook, so that other people can join as well. And then subscribe to the YouTube channel. We've got the Bubbly Maths YouTube channel, which is where these lives go, and we've got the Maths Toys YouTube channel, where we're going to have much more formal, fun, but more structured videos to help you with all these activities. Thank you for joining. See you at 10 o'clock. I'm doing another live for the early years. So all you need for the early years is 1, 2 hands. You've got 2 feet. So Leo, have you got your 2 hands to get ready? You got your 2 feet ready? Because we're going to do some clapping and some stomping and some counting, and we're going to have some fun. Okay. It's good to see you all. Thank you for joining. And let me just see if there's any other messages on the other one. Oh yeah, lots of happy faces. There's a cowboy. I see a cowboy. Okay, see you at 10 o'clock. Thank you for joining. Now I've got to find my. I hope I wasn't on mute all that time.